Hello guys, welcome to my channel. It's Nankewe Blessing. As you guys know, I found our people trading channel. Well, first of all, before I move on to this video, I want to apologize for not dropping my video last week. The problem is that I had network issues. I finished the video, I edited it. On uploading it, network started acting, will I say shitty, sorry for using that word, and I was unable to upload the video. So well, secondly, I traveled, I was away from my location for a while, for like 2 days. So coming back, it was already Monday, so I couldn't upload any video. Please accept my apologies and let's move on. So now we basically, from last week videos I created, the main essence of that video was to show you how I predict large amount of pips into the future and start trading or placing trade according to this or to the direction of the market. What I'm trying to say is, probably you look at the weekly time frame and you predict like 300, 500, 200 pips into the future, and you start placing trades according to the direction of the pair. I did something like that on Euro Pounds, where I predicted a head and shoulder pattern on the weekly or daily time frame, and I traded the sell or the completion of the right shoulder, and that was about 200 pips. And the 200 pips, I actually took up to 3 trades, three trades on that particular pair, and at the end of the day, it increased my risk percentage, my win ratio. Taking that trade alone was a good, taking those sell trades, because I know the market was dropping. I had to put more position with proper risk management, and that is just the sweet thing about trading. You don't need to stay in the trade all the time. You should just know the direction of the market and look for entries, many entries as you can take. I will not go to that analysis. I will not give a brief rundown on that analysis, because I don't want this video to be long. And let me just quickly talk about the pairs I'll be looking at in the future. You know, most times I do these YouTube videos and I still drop other analysis on my Telegram channel. The link to my Telegram channel will be in the description below. And let's just move on and start. So first of all, this is GBP USD. This is the weekly time frame, and this weekly time frame, I can see that price, please pardon me, let me bring it to right now. My voice may not be sounding very nice. As I said, I'm a student, I'm still writing my exam, so I've been stressed out. So my exam will be finishing by Monday, so I think I will have enough time to rest, and that is that anyway. So please, okay, now this is pounds USD, and on this pair I can see that price acted as this is too thick, right? Price acted as a support at this point. Let me delete this guy. I think there are too many. Okay, price acted as a support. Price acted as a support here, so let me just reduce the opacity. I'm not really familiar with this guy for now. Okay, good, I like this one. So price acted as a support, and price is actually ranging inside this channel. You see, when price broke, I can say that price got back to this point, came down, and it's more like acting along this channel. So now what did I do? I actually draw a trend line, taking this support and taking this resistance. It's very simple. This is just the resistance. It's more like, I'm not called an advanced way of drawing a trend line. I saw that if I draw this trend line you are seeing, this particular trend line, I just move. Price actually the trend actually acted as a support and also as a resistance. And I also believe price is going to respect the trend line because price is going up. So now, if price respects this trend line, I've not done much analysis on that, so I'm just doing it as if I'm doing a new analysis. I don't know how long this video may take, but please just stay to the end. It's going to be very helpful. So now let me just show you the next point I'm expecting this price. If this trend line still moves upward and price heading to that point, well, I don't know what may happen, but I can see that there is also a resistance at this zone. This is around the 1.43500 points. Price may respect that point and may shoot back down. So now, how do I get my entries? First of all, what is the total pips here? From the current market point to one point to the point I'm looking at is about, you see, 300, or let's assume it to be 300 pips, which is a good amount of pips to catch. So now, if you want to catch 300 pips, you need to go to the lower time frame and look for trading opportunities. So this is actually the daily. You might not see good trading opportunities on the daily. Let's jump to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, I can see this trend line. Please don't mind these other trend lines I'm drawing. I was anticipating for a sell some time ago, but since the sell is not coming up or it's not happening, I'm looking at a buy. So now, I actually missed a trade on this during this week, so let me just continue. So now you can see that price has respected this trend line on the H4. Price has respected this trend line on the H4, and I also believe on the third bounce of the trend line. So if price comes down back to this point as it's showing a sign of rejection, I'll look at taking buying opportunities to this point or to this trend line or to 1.43500. So it's a simple analysis, but because this is forex, you know that market cannot just push to that price. It will start creating something like, maybe when it comes down, it starts coming, doing like this, acting like this before finally going up. So it's as why price is doing this, as it's retracing, I'm adding another entries. As it's retracing, I'm adding another entries. As it's I'm adding another entries. I'm not saying price may come to this point, but what I'll just be watching, I'll look for, maybe I could use a risk to reward ratio way to put my stop loss and TP, or I use a stop loss. I move my stop loss like what do they call it again? I've forgotten. Pardon me, please. Like I'm moving my stop loss. There's a particular term they always use for that. So that is that for GBP/USD. It's a very simple concept, using a trend line to spot a support and also a resistance, as this blue line entails. It acted as a support here and it's acting as a resistance here, and I believe it's still going to act as a resistance while it's going up. So this trade might not happen this week, might happen next week, but I believe it might not take long. I believe this is what this particular pair is doing. USD is trying to come back to this previous highs. This was around March or January 2018. This is April 2018. So that is that for GBP/USD. The next pair I'll be looking at is GBP Swiss francs. Sorry for this, please. Now for GBP Swiss francs, let me still go to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, as you can see price is actually forming what? A lower high, lower low. Price is forming lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So sorry for this. And price is doing what? Sorry, let me add another one. Price actually pumping up. And secondly, I can see that price is actually respecting this trend line, more like the weekly trend line I've drawn here, because price broke out of this resistance. After price broke out of that resistance and there was a retest. Now I was unable to enter because of my busy schedule. Honestly, this week we actually missed so many trades. I'm really sorry for those on my Telegram channel. I'm really sorry. As I said, I'm a student, so my exams. I need to just focus on my exam because this is my final year. Now back to what I was saying. I believe now this was around this point to miss an opportunity. Let me just remove this guy. I only prepared for it. Was it even? It's not even this. I think this. Okay, yes, we missed this point. There was a retracement around this point where we would have taken and ride along, but I don't think we are too late, or maybe in the buying. But I still believe because there's a small resistance here on the H4, price should. Where is this arrow? Price should come down to this point and still move back to this point. Now if you look at from the current price position, if I bring my price range to, if I look at the current price position to this point, about 181 pips, which is still good. But actually what I'm looking at is the long term. When price comes to this point, it should maybe create more like a double top, then bust down, come down, more like a double top and come down. I don't know why I'm using this red line. Let me check please. What is this red line for? Let me see this red line. This red line does not even stand for anything. I don't know why it's there. Maybe I must have used this from previous analysis some time ago. So I just believe is either price respect this trend line, the downtrend line, and start shooting down. But my bias actually is not price shooting down. I believe price should come up, break, retest, touch, or secondly price can just, I don't know when it's going to happen, price could come up and around this zone we look for selling opportunities. So it's as easy as that. So the first point is we are looking at catching the remaining pips, which is about 181 pips on the hourly 4-hour time frame. This is from the current price position to this point. We're at 190 pips. We are looking at catching this particular pips, or we could also wait. But anyhow, if I see a good entry, I'm going to jump in on this trade. I believe price is still moving up. Now how many minutes gone? 12 minutes gone in this video. So the last pair I'll be looking at is euro pound. I think there's enough time for me to do that my analysis. I showed you that my analysis. Now let me go to the, this is the daily time frame, right? Let me go to the weekly time frame, please. I don't know if you are hearing any noise in the background. My neighbors are actually discussing this weekend, so I'm really sorry for the noise you might be hearing, the extra noises you are hearing. So now some weeks back I said I saw an head and shoulders pattern on this pair, and actually price has been respecting this head and shoulders pattern. Now I said the price was going to come to this point, right? When I made that prediction, price was around this zone. Price was around, where's my light 2? I started liking this light 2 very well. I did not save it, so what's to save it now? Let me start it. Yes, let me use it. I like the light 2. Now price was around this position, as you can see. Let me delete this one, sorry. Price around that position, and at this point I was looking for good entries. So while I was looking for good entries, I went to the 4-hour time frame, and it was very difficult for me to see entries. Secondly, another thing was there was a trend line I was looking at. I don't have the strength to start doing trend line again, and I took the trade around this point. There was something, as you can see, this was like a descending triangle. It was more like a triangular pattern. I saw this break, I saw a retest. Was it at this point? It was around this point anyways. I saw this break. Maybe it was on a 1-hour time frame, I don't know. Let me check, let me confirm please. Maybe it was on a 1-hour time frame. It was somewhere around here. I saw a break, then I saw a retest. I don't think it's this one, because if it's this one I won't have taken it. so I don't actually remember. But I saw the first entry was the triangular pattern was, sorry, there was a break. Okay, it wasn't here. I waited for price. I remember now. I waited for price to break below. Price went back. I was confused on what to do, and I saw price create what, a lower low. So when price created a lower low, I was sure of what, taking entries for sell. So the first entry I took was around this point. This was around this point. When I saw this break, price has retested. I'm sure on a 1 hour time frame there was a red candle that gave me signal to sell. I took it, and price has been going down. And the second one I saw was what was the second one? The second one I saw was, I can't really remember. It was at this point too. This was the second one at this point. Yeah, I took about 2 positions at this point and rode this trade down. Yes, this was the third one. This was the third entry, because this particular point was where the trend line favored, and when the thing touched the trend line, gave me this red candle, and I entered. When I entered, as you can see, price, I take profit around this zone. So price actually hit my TP, and I was expecting price to start pumping, creating buying signals. But well, what price is doing, as you can see on this trend line, price actually even respecting this trend line, is still going down. Now let me go back to the daily time frame to have a broad view of the market, or weekly, better still, to have a broad view of the market. Now what is price doing currently? Price has broken this support. I'm sure it's going to act as a resistance, and it needs to act as a resistance before I enter another selling order. And if it acts as a resistance, something like this, as it has broken, it comes back and acts as a resistance, I'm going short to this point. Now the difference between this point, let's check. I don't think it's much. The difference between this point is around, let me delete it. Let me delete this guy. Now this is what we are talking about. I was saying price, since price has broken, I need price to come back and retest this point before going down. Now the difference when it comes to pip value, the number of pips in this point, let's see, let me just take the lowest to the highest point of the different zones. This is about 60 something pips. It's actually not much, but it's still a good pips to catch. Now the next zone I'm looking at is this zone down here. No, and I should be very careful. Look at, there's another support. Price may not respect this one, price may respect this one. So whatever be the case, though personally for me, I'm taking up my eye off this for now. I may just take this last 61 pips I just showed you, and I'm done with euro pounds, except any signal comes. Then I'll take it. So that's for the analysis I want to give. I hope you learned a lot. I hope you learned how to trade from higher time frames, like predicting pips from large amount of pips from higher time frame, then going down to the lower time frame, 4 hour, 1 hour, and looking for entry signals so that you can catch as much, or you can ride as many pips into profits as you can. So with that, I want to thank you for staying to the end of this video. I really appreciate your likes, your comments, and everything. Please, if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do well to subscribe. Click the notification bell so you get notified when I come up with a video. The link to my Telegram channel, I'm more active on Telegram than the WhatsApp group. So the link to my Telegram channel, or my channels, or my WhatsApp group, or my personal contacts will be in the description below. I remain Nankewe Blessing, signing out.